just kind of what was the outcome of that? What were some of the biggest takeaways you had from watching the game tape?
I think it was the same message that I gave on Saturday after the game. We shot ourselves in the foot a lot. I mean, like as you guys know, turnovers and penalties really killed us. So that's kind of what we saw. I mean, other than that, we played a good game. I mean, besides some drops and some other miscues, I mean, we played a good game. So if we eliminate those things, I feel like the outcome is different.
Reed and then Patrick Brown.
Yeah, in terms of the turnovers you talked about, with Alabama being such a ball hawking defense and being able to capitalize on those, how much of an extra sense of urgency will you guys have this week when they come here?
There's a sense of urgency every week when we talk about ball security. So we're going to do the same things we do every week, but I mean, starting with me and Dobbs, we're gonna strain and put a more of an emphasis on it this week. Just guys have to focus on holding on to the ball. I mean, a lot of it comes from trying to make something happen. Starting with my phone, but just trying to make things happen with the ball in my hands and kind of getting a little bit lazy with it. So, we just got to tune into protecting the ball.
Alvin, I think you had 26 touches on offense, and clearly you showcased what you can do when you get a big workload like that. Earlier this season, did you ever get frustrated in games where maybe you didn't get more than 10, or maybe your role wasn't as big?
Just kind of go with the flow of the game. I just do what's asked of me, and good things come when you do what you're supposed to do. So I don't really ever get frustrated. I just play my role and play my position. Whatever I can do to help the team win, that's what I do.
Paul, and then Steve.
Alvin, for you on Saturday, did you go into that game thinking any differently, knowing that you were going to have a bigger workload?
Oh, not really. I think I drank like 2.5 gallons of water. That's about it. But everybody on this team, I mean, we all work like we're the #1 guy. So with Jalen being out, I mean, getting him back this week is gonna be big. But with Jalen being out, it was no stress. I don't think that there was any added pressure. It was just guys knew they had to work. I knew I had to work. John Kelly knew he had to work. So that's what we did.
Steve and Dave.
Just wondering, is there anything this coaching staff has done specifically in the past to try to make sure, emphasize ball security, make sure you don't fumble, whether it's something in practice, whether it's something you'll carry the ball around in school or anything like that? And is there anything different that's been happening the last week or so in that regard in terms of making that emphasis even more obvious?
I mean, we do a maxi period every day in practice, so that's one thing we do. And I mean, throughout the whole practice, whenever anybody gets the ball, we yell out chin. That's what we stress, chin the ball. That means keeping the ball high and tight. I mean, if a defensive player has the ball, chin. If an offensive player has the ball, chin. If Coach Devo catches the ball, we yell chin at him. So, I mean, I think we all know that ball security is important. We just got to lock in and tune into it more.
Dave and John.
Alvin, you spent a season at Alabama. Do you still talk to any of those guys? Have any buddies on the team? And how special was this game because you were at Alabama for a year?
I do still have friends at Alabama. I mean, we talk, just pray for each other's safety every game and just keep up with each other. But I mean, it's another game. I was at Alabama a couple of years ago. I mean, I'm at Tennessee now. Loving my teammates, loving where I'm at right now. So that's all I'm focused on.
Sean and then Rick.
Alvin, I think Saturday night after the game, TK said, as well as you played, you're a better person off the field. How much have you grown and developed in that regard, especially since your time at Alabama? And then what kind of statement, I noticed Todd Gurley tweeting about you, what kind of statement do you think you made nationally on Saturday?
Oh yeah, just getting here and being able to mature and develop as a person, I mean, first and foremost, I feel like that's more important than a lot of things on the field. It's a lot of things that are bigger than the game. But I mean, I feel like when you do things like that off the field, when you're a good person off the field, it rewards you on the field. And just going to what you said about Todd tweeting, I mean, I feel like I made a pretty big statement. I mean, me and Todd are pretty close, but I mean, when you see a guy like that tweet at you, it's kind of uplifting. I kind of talked to him a little bit after the game. I mean, guys knew I had a big game. I mean, I feel like I could have done more, but I feel like it was a pretty good statement game.